1 week before game week 1 of game. Sorry, I can't speak today.
All good.
I'm hungry. So game
I am
week's
too.
almost here. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I feel great about where our team's at. I think we're been competing all fall camp. I think we've had a tremendous offseason. I think guys have gotten I mean, it's insane how fast guys have gotten, how strong guys have gotten, and kind of the bond this team's built. So I'm really excited. I love our game plan. I feel like we're progressing well, and Coach Kelly's put us in the right position. And the way we've kind of set up fall camp to be able to be prepared for this moment. So looking forward to it.
Your new D-line coach, what have you seen from him and learned from him?
Yeah, no, Coach Peoples has helped me tremendously with my footwork, hands, eyes, and just being able to kind of play within my skill set and also expand my skill set is the biggest thing. So I think he's helped me really improve as a player, honestly.
What are some of those things that you've expanded that skill set with this preseason, I guess?
Yeah, 100%. Just the detail in my handwork, strike placement in the run game and in the pass game, playing with longer levers, bigger steps, quicker get off, and overall I'm just a much more athletic human right now than I've ever been. So it's when you have a coach that teaches you how to do things the right way and you get the fundamentals that you need that cater to your exact skill set, and then you make the gains like I did in the off season. It's a great combination.
Just how do you feel collectively about the ability to put pressure on the passer?
I feel tremendous.
Who else are we looking for? We're looking for Gabe Relaford in terms of guys that are rushing the passer.
All the guys in our room have done a tremendous job, if I'm being honest. I think we have tremendous depth in our room, and just overall run game, pass game, I think we have an extremely solid group of guys.
And behind you, Harrell, he's moving well, making plays?
Tremendously. Him and Witt. It's really fun to play behind 3 really good linebackers. It makes my job even easier, and me playing in front of them makes their job a lot easier too. So it's fun to feed off their energy and help each other and be successful.
And finally, at safety, they added a couple guys who are veterans like you that have played a lot of football. I mean, what are you seeing in their decision-making and the way they're playing that spot?
Yeah, you can definitely tell a lot of guys on our team have played a lot of ball. Just situational awareness is a big thing. Understanding when you can do things and can't do things, when you can be aggressive, when you need to be a little more passive, and just having that experience and having guys that have played a lot of ball. And the best thing is, even though we brought a lot of guys in, the way we've meshed together, it feels like we've been playing together for a few years, not a few months. It's pretty special.
I asked some of your former teammates from Florida at SEC Media Days to tell me about you, and they said you're a great guy, but you're an absolute beast. Do you kind of have 2 different personalities when you walk on the field?
Yeah, I mean, Dr. Selking talks all the time about what level do you operate best at, from a 1 to a 10. And, I walk around in my normal day at probably like a 6. I'm more of a high energy kind of person. I'm not like super mellow, but when I'm on the field, I operate best when I'm like a 9, 10. So I'm pretty amped up, yeah.
When you were talking about your job, what kind of role are you going to have with this team this year?
I think that my role in this team is going to be completely in my hands. That's all I'll really say about it.
This Clemson game, we've been talking about this for a long time. How do you approach it? How do you attack it? You're going to their stadium, all those things.
Yeah, I've played in a lot of big games, so just relying on those experiences that I've had, and also just turning on the tape and respecting your opponent and understanding they're a very talented team. We're going to have to be at our best, and I hope they're at their best too, and I'm looking forward to it. But it is going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge that we want. If you talk about winning a national championship and playing in the playoffs and going on and doing special things, you have to start it off the right way, and that's something that LSU struggled to do in the past. But this year we're looking to right that ship.
Klubnik, he can run a little bit too. He's a good passer. I mean, what are the challenges he brings to the table for you guys?
Yeah, no, he's a savvy quarterback. He's a great passer. He's got good pocket awareness, and he definitely likes to run with his feet. So it's something you have to, as a pass rusher and as a defensive end, you have to be cognizant about, based off the down and distance, where you're at on the field. You can't just throw your best speed rush move around the edge, and on 3rd and 5, he's probably going to step up and take it, or the ball's going to come out quick. So it's all about understanding, the quarterback that's mobile like him and they can do things with his feet, understanding down and distance, personnel types, and, the play and where you fit in the scheme.
We talked about your personality. How do you and Witt kind of mesh, because you guys are both pretty big personalities?
Yeah, no, we mesh awesome. Yeah, that's one of my best friends, and it's been a blessing to come here with him, and it's really fun to feed off each other's energy on the field. And we got some celebrations cooking up to do together, and it's awesome.
I'm sure you've been asked this, but why did you choose to come to LSU?
Yeah, I just feel like that I needed a new opportunity to showcase who I am and what I'm about, and honestly just to prove myself right and knowing who I am as a player and as a person, and also just coming to somewhere that has a rich tradition, that's put a lot of guys in the league and that plays a high level of football, and there's no better place than LSU to do that.
The quarterback often sets the tone for the team, leadership and so forth. What do you see in Garrett as you join this team?
Yeah, he is a competitor. That guy competes in everything, whether we're on the golf course, whether we're playing ping pong. I mean, that dude wants to compete. So I think if you want to have a successful quarterback and to be a successful leader, you have to be a true competitor, and that guy is a competitor. He is a gamer.
What have you seen going against the offensive line? How have they kind of meshed and grown throughout this preseason?
Yeah, no, I think the intent behind the offensive line has been great. I mean, they're coming off the ball hard. They're physical, they're big, and I think they're going to do a really good job. And I think they've done a good job of meshing together well and have started to click and communicate well. And I've been impressed from what I've seen in the past 2 weeks for sure.